Hello and welcome to another update for my Mets Realm theme team and Out of the Park Baseball 25 Perfect Team. This is the year 2048, and if you remember last time, we were in the Bronze League, a quick detour, but now we are in Silver, and we had acquired Tom Seaver and Nolan Ryan. And so now we're back in Silver with a stronger starting pitching, and we're you know trying to see if we can hang in the Silver League. So this should be an interesting video, and yeah, let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. If you're new to the channel, this is a Mets only team. If there's a card that says Mets on it, then that card is eligible. So let's get into it. Christian Scott, a 3.65 ERA and 10 wins, 15 losses. He was not terrible, but not amazing. And kind of, you know, showing that he's human. He's not the ace that he was in the Bronze League, but he is sort of rounding out in that 3.4 ERA average type of range. So I'm kind of okay with it, but it's not that ace potential that you would have expected from him, given that he's an 100 and the stats on the card. So it's yeah, kind of interesting, I should say, and so not as good as I would have hoped, if I'm being completely honest, but probably more realistic. So kind of it kind of balances out anyway, because Christian Scott hasn't even pitched that much in the major leagues. So the fact that he's got this card is kind of shocking. So anyway, Tom Seaver, we were going to see how well he was going to fare in the Silver League, and he had a 3.70 ERA, 11 wins, 11 losses, and not terrible, but not amazing. He did sort of struggle in the beginning, and so I had to kind of tweak his settings a little bit, but eventually he kind of did pretty well, so I'm not too upset. I'm not too upset at the moment. We'll see how he does next season. And then we got Jacob DeGrom. He's been kind of up and down pitcher for me. If you've been watching my updates, he's a 3.82 ERA in my in this season, and he started off pretty bad, but he kind of found his form, and 3.82 ERA from where he was earlier. I'm not too upset. And what's strange, if you look at his, you can't see it, but if I'm highlighting his 2 seasons ago in the Silver League, he was 3.5 ERA. Then he kind of fell down to 4.3 in the Bronze. Now back in Silver, he's 3.82, so he's actually performing better in the Silver League, which is kind of crazy. So that's kind of interesting. Nolan Ryan, 10 and 9, a 3.75 ERA, not too bad. But the problem with Nolan Ryan is he's only going 4 or 5 innings for me. He puts up pretty good numbers, but I'm finding that he's like draining my bullpen, which is not that good. So, but I don't have anyone to really replace him right now, unless I move Syndergaard back into the rotation. But yeah, it's really kind of a conundrum. He's pitching well, but not long enough, and so I think, I don't know if that's having a chain reaction effect to my team, where it's draining my long relievers and my middle relievers and all that stuff. So gonna have to keep that in mind moving forward, and I might have to make a change at some point. So then we got Bobby Ojeda, 4.39 ERA, 6 wins and 15 losses. Not what I would have wanted. He's a max combinator card. Yeah. I was kind of hoping that he would be a little bit better. So I might have to keep tweaking his card settings to get it to where it should be. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in that. So we'll see what happens next season. He has been okay the previous 2 seasons, and he was a 3.31 ERA 2 seasons ago in silver. So we'll have to keep a look at Bobby Ojeda and if I can tweak him to be better. Let's go to the pen. Tug McGraw, 2.71 ERA. He actually had 34 saves. Not bad. Pretty impressive. Billy Wagner, this is my combinator card, 2.69 ERA. And I'm pleasantly surprised by Wagner. He usually is a bit shaky, but he was actually kind of reliable in this season as a setup. So I might have to keep investing into him because he seems to be working. Jesse Orosco, kind of up and down. I had him as a middle reliever to start, but he did well enough to be moved into the setup role with a 3.69. So, yeah, Jesse Orosco, not too bad. Not too bad. Danny Frisella. Now, my bullpen was not particularly great this season. You'll see from the ERAs. Danny Frisella, 4.84. Roger McDowell, 5.36. Skip Lockwood, 4.81. Not too great. I'm disappointed in McDowell. I expected him to be a little bit better. Frisella, he's the base card. I expected him to be a little bit better. Maybe I'll get the combinator version because he does have pretty decent stats as an upgrade, so we'll see about that. Skip Lockwood, 4.81 ERA. Not as good as I would have hoped. Definitely not pitching as good as his card looks with Skip Lockwood. And then Noah Syndergaard, a 5.2 ERA as a long reliever. I expected him to be a little bit better than that. But unfortunately, that's where he is. And Frank Viola as a 4.83 ERA as a long reliever. So that is kind of disappointing. So actually not terrible for Frank Viola, I should say. Let's go to our lineups. Here we go. I didn't have any major additions in my lineup, but did hit a lot of home runs. So Alfonso led the way with a 269 average, 17 homers, 63 RBIs. Cleon Jones, 261, 11 homers, 45 RBIs. Bobby Bowe, 255 average, 24 homers, 87 RBIs. David Wright, 253 average, 13 homers, 61 RBIs. Cespedes, 230 average, 33 homers, and 79 RBIs. And he was actually top 5 home runs. So that's not bad. And let's see, Beltran, 208 average, 18 homers, 61 RBIs. Piazza, 11 homers, 55 RBIs, 207. Lindor, 197 average, 7 homers, 43 RBIs. And Darrell, 192 average, 23 homers, 61 RBIs. Had a lot of good home runs this season, but the average really low, really low. So hopefully next time we do a little bit better in the average department. So now that you have seen my stats, how well do you think I actually did in this season? I'll let you guess in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I finished 82 and 80. 2 games over 500. Just out of the playoffs. I did not do horrible, but I didn't do amazing. I finished 4 games out of the last wild card, so that was tough. I was still battling with like 6 games left in the season. If you want to see the standings, the best team in the league was in my division, and I had the second best record, and I was 21 games back in the division. Relegation, I was about 12 games over relegation, so that wasn't too bad. And I never really was threatening to be relegated the entire time, so I'm glad about that. And let's see, anything else that I missed here? Not a whole lot. This was a pretty uneventful season. Nothing amazing happened. Oh yeah, I didn't have a single all-star, which was kind of shocking. Apparently they don't even do the pity all-star, even if you're a bad team, but I didn't have a single all-star. So, I guess that's the first time. But in any case, I'm gonna remain in the Silver League, and hopefully we do better next season. Yeah, so this is let me go right here real quick. Take that screenshot, and yeah, so oh yeah, the card update that I had mentioned in the last video didn't happen. Apparently, because of Labor Day here in the US, the update is pushed to right in the next season. So we'll see how many of my cards get updated, particularly my Lindor card. I expect the Lindor to get boosted. So that's going to be good news for the team. So we'll see. Any case, yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And let's see if we can break out of the Silver League. I'm having this sort of ominous feeling that we might be stuck in here for a while, but we'll see about that. We've got a decent chunk of change to spend to get an upgrade if we have to, plus the update will give us some as well. So, in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.